Okay, so what is this about? Well, there's the we all know that in this is spoilers for well, that really aren't spoilers for um, the film Revenge of the Sith. After um, the after the apparent death of Mace Windu at the hands of the new Emperor Palpatine, who just who just electrocuted him after Anakin cut off his hand. Um, Anakin seems to convert rather quickly to becoming a Sith, and it's bothered some people. But I would say, it's it, why are we assuming that that Darth Sidious waited, know, to teach Anakin Skywalker the ways of the Sith? Of course, it's worth noting that he I would not imagine that Anakin Skywalker, in my head canon, would be taught the Sith techniques of the use of the Force by Emperor Palpatine, by Darth Sidious. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about the mentality of the Sith. The mentality. Anakin is not brought up from birth as a Jedi. He is taken in by the Jedi at about age 9, if I'm not mistaken. And from that point forward, he is living on Coruscant, and he has this special relationship uh, with the Chancellor Palpatine. So what when he's when he's talking to Anakin Skywalker, what is Palpatine probably doing? Well, he's probably just dropping little hints of wisdom, principles for him to know, things to understand about the way business and other things work in so on and so forth. But like from the minute Anakin is on Coruscant, I have no doubt that Palpatine is preparing him, is educating him in how the Sith view power, in how the Sith view their relationship to the universe. But he's just not saying it explicitly. He's sneaking it in. You know, you can hear it during parts of their dialogue together. You know, remember that those with power don't like to give it up, or something like that. He says, in that one instance, and there, this isn't something that just happened suddenly. It's just something that ended suddenly when Anakin himself, um, when Anakin himself you know, crossed the threshold past which he could no longer be, a. I mean, first of all, Palpatine had been revealed as a Sith, and what had he just done? He had just cut off the hand of a Jedi Master, a Master on the Council, who was sent there to arrest uh, Palpatine. He just participated in the murder of that Jedi Council member, and then I mean, what is there after that? What can you do? Refuse him and lose any chance of saving Padme? This is where he it's something that ended suddenly, and it had to end there because he had in fact betrayed the Jedi Order. He had in fact, you know, helped to murder. Even if he did it unwittingly, not intending to, be an accomplice, he had murdered a Jedi Master. There was no way. There was no other. He was out of options at that point. At least out of ones he could see clearly. So, in essence, this is uh, this is my point, that I believe that Chancellor Palpatine had been before that point teaching Anakin the philosophy of the Sith in an implicit rather than explicit form. That he had been sort of just, doing he'd been grooming him, to use a term that I think is kind of abused nowadays, but in this case is perfectly suited for what was going on. You had this, sneaky Uncle Palpatine coming in saying, "Oh, you know, people who hold power behave this way, and if we want to change things, if we want to deal with these things, we must ask for more power to do this." Da 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 da. So Palpatine would teach Anakin the principles of how to think like a Sith, and just keep him going on that path. Keep him, you know, I mean, the way he kind of manipulates him concerning, oh, they're going to do this and this in terms of, you know, in terms of the politics of it. Palpatine was shaping Anakin's beliefs even as he was being trained as a Jedi, even as he was being educated in the Jedi way. Palpatine was coming in and subverting and, you know, manipulating that education so that Anakin was at at that point in much more of a gray area than I think the Jedi really appreciated. And so that is how, at that one point where all the options of the light were cut off, that is why he became so suddenly Darth Vader. And that's basically it. You all have a nice night.